Got to make the right choices in life. When somebody said drugs are cool, you say they're not cool.
Get the oil out of Iraq. Get the Halliburton contract. Keep the people on their Prozac. Keep them away from the true facts. Don't think I am condescending. It's a bubble we'll be sending to the fat cats I'm pretending. To the every whim I'm bending. More drugs! More drugs! More drugs! Come on! Grab a flag, wave it high, it's your duty. Do you hate terrorists? Shake your booty. Grab a flag, wave it high, it's your duty. Do you hate terrorists? Shake your booty.
Hey everyone, what's going on? Today's feeding day. Mike went over to the Manassas Reptile Expo and brought back a bunch of frozen food.
Yep. Frozen food's on the diet today because we was low of supply on ours because we had one that held audacious feeding, which sadly we did not tape. But, you know, we was down, so I had to go buy frozen thaw today. It was really unusual that they didn't have live today, but I'm sure they will next time.
The majority of our snakes won't only eat live, or it takes a much longer time to get them to eat frozen.
Yes, and they will notice. Remember how people always say,
They'll
"Oh well,
notice.
they always will eat frozen thaw." Well, today on live cam, you'll get to see, what we're talking about.
Right, absolutely. The majority of our snakes, after a little bit of finagling, will take the frozen thawed. Some, for the life of us, just won't take frozen thawed, which is why we feed live a lot of times, because also it's faster. Although, of course, you run the small risk of the reptile getting killed. Also, you have to bear in mind, live food actually has more protein and nutrients. Then again, when you freeze something, it kills parasites. So it's just the whole pros and cons thing.
It is a big pros and cons thing. I think both of them are even almost on the pros and cons.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't, frozen thawed is probably just as good as live. I mean, they're right there on the equal scale.
Yeah, pros and cons. So, with that being said, why don't we get started?
Let's do it.
You're watching Muff and Mike.
Unhappy with certain things I say. They seem to think I'm impolite and uncultured in some way. But I'm just an easygoing guy, and I appreciate their advice. I believe in self-improvement and always being nice. Well, sometimes being nice, occasionally, it's just that. Oh hell yeah! Sometimes I drink a little beer. Sometimes I make a little mess. Sometimes I get a little angry. Sometimes I kick a little ass. Well,
Thanks for stopping by, everyone. I hope you had a lot of fun. I know we did, and it was a lot of feeding. I also want to thank everyone who stopped by and watched us feed live on the blog TV, which I'll post a link right down there if you all check out. Along with Mike, who created Extreme Serpent's MySpace page, which is doing really, really well.
It actually is.
Yeah, it's going to be the first link. Check out Extreme Serpent's MySpace, followed by Blog TV Live, followed by our radio show that's coming this Thursday, of
6
course.
p.m. Eastern Time.
Always. And then finally, the Extreme Serpents forum. Check out these links. Really cool links.
Yes, they are. And this has been one tiring day,
It's been
man.
exhausting.
You know, it's kind of funny that last week that we did a humongous day of live talk and everything. Today, for some reason, with the feeding and messing around with the other snakes and stuff, dude, everything we had to do today, just wow.
I know. It's been exhausting. We've been feeding for hours.
I know, half the stuff even the people on live TV didn't get to see. We've just been feeding and feeding and feeding and feeding.
Probably been feeding for over 5 hours. So it
that's
takes
nothing.
longer. It takes longer when you're feeding frozen thawed for us.
But really, our feeding days that's nothing. We just did our little thing for the video and blog TV.
It's crazy. Well,
Right.
you know, there's a lot of pros and cons. Don't forget, you know, like I said, frozen food will kill the parasites and doesn't pose a threat physically wise to your reptile. But then again, frozen food doesn't carry as much nutrients, and sometimes reptiles won't eat frozen. So don't forget, there's lots of pros and cons to it.
There's pros and cons, but I think they're both even on that scale.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, if you feed live, monitor the feeding. Do not just throw it in there and walk away. That's a no-no.
Don't do that.
Never do that.
Don't do that. And don't leave the rodent in there for a long time. And you know, there's lots of good tips out there. But you know, with that being said, make sure you check out those links, especially the MySpace, and friend us and everything. It's gonna be really cool. You know, check out all those links. We'll see you guys this Thursday at the radio show. And next weekend, Mike and I will be filming a special video on some first aid as far as CPR and rescue breathing for anaphylactic shock.
Yep, life-saving tips that can
makes
come in
sense.
handy if somebody drowns, goes in anaphylactic shock, anything.
Anything.
These are good life-saving tips.
Make sure you watch these, because Mike and I are both CPR certified. So, with that being said, we will talk to you guys later.
You talk about subliminal.
While the lava seeps, murderers creep through the city streets. President's dead, no one can find his head, but his spokesman said at least he's not a red. People on the TV begging, get to me please. Those asleep at your feet ain't any less hungry. Days of playing fair are incredibly rare. It's a terrible state of affairs. Oh yeah, change my friends is in the air. Change my friends is in the air. Change my friends is in the air. Everybody say change my friends is in the air. We're gonna change the world. This is how we do it. We're gonna change the world. Really nothing to it. We're gonna change the world. Put your heads together. We're gonna change the world. We can do whatever. Government in D.C. taking all our money. Try to find a subsidy that isn't taken already. Days of playing fair are incredibly rare. It's a terrible state of affairs.